Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, SoundClick. I'm in the doctor's office. Yo, it's another excerpt of the NBA is fixed. Tony Romo retired. Do we care? Now, Tony Romo has been getting a lot of extra love, undeservingly. Uh, you know, according to some of the media, he doesn't really deserve it because he's never been to a championship game. I think he's been to 2 playoff games. I don't know. He's got terrible stats in 10 years, although he's made a colossal amount of money. So I was wrong. I thought he was going to go to the Broncos. I thought they were going to hand him a Super Bowl, but I was wrong. So I don't mind being wrong because I'm only guessing anyway. Trying to figure out the rhythm of the NFL. It's a guessing game sometimes because they change up. They changed up on me. Yeah, but Tony Romo has never been great, and that's a fact. But he has always had a lot of love around him. He's dated some of the most beautiful women. He even dated that one famous girl when he first came out because he's like a rock star. Is what he is. And there's a lot of quarterbacks who've done a lot better than he has ever done. But nonetheless, he gets more love because he's like a super likable person. And of course, the NFL is still going to milk that because he'll probably be a sports analyst, and lots of people are going to watch him because he's Tony Romo. Like, I can't tell you the last thing Donovan McNabb said, but nonetheless, he's a sports analyst. But I don't watch Donovan McNabb. I was never a fan. I was never a fan of Tony Romo either. I was a fan of Donovan McNabb's size. When him and Dante Culpepper came out, I saw Dante Culpepper bench press somebody off of him. And I was like, we haven't seen quarterbacks that big since McMahon. Remember McMahon played for Chicago? Came out, huge arms. The freaking quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Back when Brett Favre, I think my doctor's coming. My doctor's coming. My doctor's coming. Okay. You know, and then you had, of course, Brett Favre was so lethal as a quarterback, he was actually hitting people who came to hit him. They came charging at Favre. Favre would turn around like, because he was just a big cheesehead boy. He could do that. But I knew that if you keep taking punishment like that, it wears on you. So I was like, he's not going to last long. But he did good. Heck, the Vikings tried to pick him up. They tried to pick him up at the end. Did they pick him up? I think they did. You know what I'm saying? As far as quarterbacks is concerned, big boy. But usually don't see the quarterback dishing out hits. But you know, McNabb and Culpepper, they had that size to where you made contact with them, you were gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? You get somebody big coming out of the backfield like Lewis, or you know, or Deion Sanders or somebody like that, who's not that big but fast. You know, you try to connect with one of the big country boys, they're gonna feel that hit. And you know, and what we got now, like the Leeds and the Boom, those guys, they hit everything. But nonetheless, you know, you still got some quarterbacks in the game, you know, who can take a hit and deliver it, you know. But I haven't seen anybody like Culpepper or McNabb uh, or Favre who were dishing out hits. And so I respect McNabb on that point because he was a big boy And those guys, they didn't play. McMahon didn't play. I ain't even like Chicago, but I liked McMahon. uh, who they got now? Cutler? Jay Cutler? So when you get back to Tony Romo, and you talk about people, let's talk about Tony Romo. Let's talk about Cutler, Sanchez. I think his name is the guy who played for was it the Eagles or the Jets. Jets quarterback for the Jets. Those guys came from the schools that hyped them up and touted them up to be in the NFL. They came from high school. These high schools did this. Uh, so yeah, the NFL is has influenced. I mean, all the way down to middle school. Look, the NBA is already looking at LeBron James' son. They already look. Colleges have already given him scholarships when he was 10. Kid's 12 now, and LeBron James was like, "Lay off my kids. They don't have time for that." So the sports goes after children, and I'm not even playing. They go after kids, and they start going after the parents, and and trying to coerce them to go to certain schools. And Sanchez, I think of Sanchez, Tony Romo, Cutler. These guys were influenced by these particular schools. Once they got into high school, the NFL started looking at them. Now just think about that. Not colleges. The NFL started looking at them. When I say looking at them, they started contacting them. So this is one reason why Tony Romo is, and for one, was in the game so long.
Hello there.
Hey, what's going on, Todd?